Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, $1.9 trillion in coronavirus relief is headed our way. Hear why Representative Dan Newhouse says he can't support the plan.
A very chilly late winter morning, but sun and heat are on deck later today. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on this Thursday, March 11th. I'm Neil Fischer, Monica Petruzzelli with us, as well as Jason Valentine. Jason, that sun has risen in our area.
It has risen, and again, don't forget, next week at this time, we're going to have to wait another hour for it to rise, so let's enjoy it while we can. I'm in for Kristen Walls today and tomorrow. Let's take a live look at our Legend Skycam network. Oh, there's the sun. Just beautiful conditions throughout all of our areas today. Get ready for it. We are taking a little while to warm up. We're mostly below the freezing mark, save for Hanford and Toppenish. And as we move into, well, the next couple of hours, we're going to stay pretty cool. Going to take a little while to warm up. Wind speeds, though, looking very nice. And as we can expect for the day ahead, we do expect to see highs in the upper 50s to possibly lower 60s with plenty of sunshine, light winds. It should be a perfect, well, kind of segue into the weekend. I'll have much more in my full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Jason. Democrats used their control of Congress to pass President Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief plan without a single Republican vote.
We have passed historic, consequential, and transformative legislation.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi celebrating the final step before sending President Biden's coronavirus relief bill to the White House for his signature. Republicans have argued the bill is much bigger than it needs to be. Washington Representative Dan Newhouse says there's more than $1 trillion left over from earlier coronavirus relief bills, and he's worried this new one is going to mean higher taxes down the road. But Democrats say they wanted to get more aid on the way before unemployment benefits from the last relief bill run out.
So people won't see a break in their unemployment benefits. And then the child tax credit will take a little bit longer. Vaccine distribution will get the injection that it needs immediately.
President Biden has said he will sign the bill as soon as he gets it. He's preparing to give a speech marking 1 year of the pandemic coming up this evening. This brings us to our poll question of the day. Do you support the new $1.9 trillion economic package? Vote now at yaktrynews.com/vote and on our Cap KVUE app, and we'll have those results at the end of the show.
The new coronavirus relief bill also includes $635 million for child care centers in Washington, and families will be receiving additional stimulus money based on the amount of children they have. Brittany Hardikainen with Community Minded Enterprises says the Tri-Cities faces many issues in the child care sector.
We're seeing a lot of families not being served because traditional childcare hours don't actually meet their needs. One parent just ends up not working and because the cost of childcare is too high.
Brianna Kimsey with the Tri-Cities YMCA has seen the effects of the pandemic on working parents firsthand, so they've done their best to stay open. She says they're grateful for funding that helps childcare, but says there's programs locally that could use more.
We are very appreciative for that. We're able to continue to run our program in the way that we are comfortable with, but there is always room for more grant money opportunities.
This is why Brittany and her team have put out a community survey funded by the Department of Commerce to figure out what should be done to improve child care access in Benton and Franklin counties. Brittany says she and others are working at the state level to increase funding to local child care, especially in places like Eastern Washington where there are more rural towns. That survey is available on yaktrynews.com. A local bike and outdoors shop that became flooded with customers during the pandemic last year is preparing for another wave as the temperatures start to warm up. Greenies in Richland offers rentals on bikes, kayaks, and paddleboards. And when the pandemic hit, hundreds of people flocked to the shop to buy, rent, or fix up their bike to get outdoors.
You can say all the words, unprecedented, never seen before, record-breaking, all of those things. But for us, it was amazing because there was people new to the sport that were coming in. There was people that maybe hadn't been that active or enjoyed the outdoors or enjoyed the bike paths that we have.
Warnick says they had to turn away around 500 customers last year because they didn't have enough bikes to go around. But he says this year the shop has hundreds of bikes ready to go. You can visit Greenie's website to check out the options.
Today is a day to celebrate an icon from American history. It's National Johnny Appleseed Day. He may seem fictional, but he was a real guy. Born John Chapman in 1774, the nomad walked often barefoot across the nation and the frontier, planting trees and pears. March 11th is National Johnny Appleseed Day because it's during planting season. Fun fact, the apples he planted were too bitter to eat. Instead, they were used to make cider, a safe alternative to drinking water on the frontier. You can mark the day by enjoying an apple, cider, or hard cider and post to social media using the hashtag National Johnny Appleseed Day.
Look at that.
I love apples.
All right, quick quiz. What's the difference between apple juice and apple cider?
Apple cider has alcohol?
No, apple cider uses all of the apple. Apple juice just uses the good stuff.
You learn something new every day,
Exactly.
folks. Wake up with us and you'll learn something new every day. At 6:35, let's take a quick break here on Good Morning Northwest. Before we do, Jason, how's it look?
Oh boy, it's going to be a beautiful Thursday, but will it hold on for the weekend? All the answer in my full forecast coming up.
And coming up next, cleaning product company Clorox is prepping for a return to normal with its new initiative that was just announced aimed at helping businesses.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Clorox saw massive demand for their cleaning wipes when the pandemic first hit, and now it's hoping to expand that reach to businesses. As more people get vaccinated and restrictions are lifted, more people are venturing out of their homes. That's why Clorox is changing its marketing strategy to focus on businesses. They've partnered with companies like United Airlines, Uber, and AMC. As for if those wipes will be available, Clorox says it's ramped up production and doesn't expect the same types of shortages we saw last year when the wipes were almost impossible to find in stores. Moderna is testing out its potential COVID-19 vaccine boosters for protection from emerging virus variants. Though the Moderna vaccine was shown to provide protection against virus variants, it did show a 6-fold decrease in the antibody response against the variant originating in South Africa. The vaccine maker announced Wednesday that part of its phase 2 study has begun. 60 participants who were already vaccinated with Moderna's original COVID-19 vaccine will be given a booster of its modified vaccines. Big box chain Costco is running out of certain cheeses. They're having difficulty stocking imported cheese due to a global shortage of shipping containers, plus a lot of traffic at key ports on the West Coast. This has caused shipping delays for suppliers and delays for retailers receiving goods. Another result is higher supply chain costs. And it's not just cheese that's impacted. The problem is also affecting seafood, olive oil, furniture, sporting goods, and lawn and garden equipment. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the latest in the high-profile trial of former Minnesota officer Derek Chauvin. We'll tell you why he could be facing more charges for George Floyd's death.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Well, we're getting close to that weekend, and we're going to start off, let's just say, our pre-weekend with a bang. Plenty of sunshine as we're slowly warming up this morning. Still, don't forget, we're still in winter. Very chilly conditions when you're heading out the door. You could even see just a little bit of frost on your car. So currently below the freezing mark, save for Hanford and Toppenish. And we're going to be pretty chilly for the next couple of hours, but then we're going to warm up very nicely, just like yesterday. Now, unlike yesterday, we saw some shower activity in the morning, even to early afternoon hours for Yakima. You're not going to be seeing that today or for the next couple of days as things are settling down. The first couple days of this week, it was kind of transitioning between winter and spring, so you're going to see a few random showers here and there. But for right now, things are beautiful, light winds, and they're going to be staying that way due to a high pressure system coming on in from Canada. And here it is right there, just to the north of the Washington border. And we're we're just seeing clear skies throughout the Northwest. And if you're doing some traveling this weekend, it is going to be perfect conditions for you to do so. Let's take a look at the lovely Futurecast, and you'll see that the high pressure system is going to move down and just kind of hang with us for the next couple of days. It's going to keep winds away. It's also going to keep shower activity away. We do expect it to leave Saturday night, and we do have a low pressure system coming in, which could bring some late showers Sunday. We'll keep an eye on that. But we're 3 days away from daylight savings time. Again, you put your clock forward an hour when you get up on Sunday. Spring will begin in 9 days and 24 days until Easter. And let's see, it's the 11th, so we're 3 weeks away from the first pitch of the Major League Baseball regular season. So today we are in the 50s across the board, and pretty much mid to upper 50s. Just going to be gorgeous. And again, sunshine throughout all of our areas. 58 in the Tri-Cities, 56 in Connell. As we head over to the Blue Mountain region, just a little cooler, but still plenty of nice temperatures on the way and plenty of sunshine. Again, when we have clear skies, that means, well, no clouds to hold in the residual heat, so we're going to be below the freezing mark again overnight tonight. But we will be seeing a little bit warmer temperatures overnight as we get to Saturday late night. For Yakima, you'll get back to above or at the freezing mark as we head into our next work week. More sunshine than clouds. We do have that 20% chance of some shower activity on Sunday. In the Tri-Cities, well, we'll be in the lower 60s starting tomorrow. And again, folks, plenty of sunshine is to be had at least until we get to Sunday late night. And it looks like we'll hold on to plenty of sunshine in our next work week. And look at that, 38 Sunday late night. So warmer temperatures are on the way. But for your Thursday today, get ready for a slow warm up this morning, but plenty of sunshine and highs in the 50s.
Thank you, Jason. The Minnesota Supreme Court has denied Derek Chauvin's request to hear petition on third-degree murder. Judge Peter Cahill threw out the third-degree murder charge against Chauvin in October. Then the Court of Appeals ruled the judge should reconsider the state's motion last month to reinstate the charge. Chauvin's defense asked the state's high court to review the appeals court's decision, but that request was denied Wednesday. Chauvin already faces a more serious second-degree unintentional murder charge and a second-degree manslaughter charge in Floyd's death. He has pleaded not guilty to all counts. The jury selection is still underway. One of the Wisconsin women convicted of stabbing a classmate in 2014 will have a hearing on a petition for early release in June. 19-year-old Anissa Wire was sentenced to 25 years in a mental health institution in 2017 for her role in the so-called Slender Man stabbing. When she was just 12 years old, Wire and Morgan Geiser lured classmate Peyton Leutner into the woods for a game of hide and seek and stabbed her 19 times. Leutner survived. This is the first time Wire has been able to ask for a conditional release because part of her plea deal was she wouldn't do so for 3 years. Now she may make the request every 6 months. Coming up, the Uber driver who was coughed on and assaulted by a passenger is speaking out about the incident. ABC has the details in today's GMA First Look.
Sprint.
Kennewick police are looking into a truck versus bicycle accident as a possible DUI investigation. According to KPD, around 7 p.m. last night, 58-year-old Dana Miller was driving south on Rainier Street when he collided with a bicyclist on 4th Avenue. Officers interviewed Miller and saw signs that he had been drinking. He was then booked into the Benton County Jail for DUI. Luckily, the cyclist only had minor injuries. The silver alert for a missing man out of Grandview has been canceled after he was found dead in Sunnyside. WSP issued the alert for 77-year-old Eddie Jasso earlier in the week because family members said he showed early signs of dementia. His sons said that they were afraid that he had a stroke or left the house in confusion and needed help. KVUE sources say that Jasso's body was recovered off of Independence Road in Sunnyside inside his Chevy pickup truck. Very few details about Jasso's passing were revealed, but sources say it had seemed as if he veered off the road. A murder trial in Yakima ended in a mistrial, and prosecutors plan to take the case to court again. A Yakima County Superior Court judge declared a mistrial Tuesday after a juror brought information obtained from outside the trial into jury deliberations. Jurors are only allowed to use what they heard and saw in court in deliberations. 21-year-old Anthony Gregory Mallory was charged with second-degree murder in the death of Michael Ochoa in August of 2018. He's accused of stabbing and killing Ochoa, a 55-year-old handyman. Yesterday, Democrats used their control of Congress to pass President Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief plan without a single Republican vote. Republicans have argued the bill is much bigger than it needs to be and could mean higher taxes in the future. But Democrats say they wanted to get more aid on the way before unemployment benefits from the last relief bill run out. This brings us to our poll question of the day. Do you support the new $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill? 48% said yes, 52% said no. Thanks for weighing in. The new coronavirus relief bill also provides $635 million for child care centers throughout Washington, and families will be receiving additional stimulus money based on the amount of children they have. Brittany Hardekine with the Community-Minded Enterprises says the Tri-Cities faces many issues with the child care sector.
We're seeing a lot of families not being served because traditional childcare hours don't actually meet their needs. One parent just ends up not working and because the cost of childcare is too high.
Brianna Kimsey with the YMCA Tri-Cities has seen the effects of the pandemic on working parents firsthand, so they've done their best to stay open. She says they're grateful for the funding that helps childcare, but there's several programs locally that could use more.
We are very appreciative for that. We're able to continue to run our program in the way that we are comfortable with, but there is always room for more grant money opportunities.
This is why Brittany and her team have put out a community survey funded by the Department of Commerce to find out what needs to be done to improve childcare access in Benton and Franklin counties. That survey can be found on yaktrynews.com. We've now learned the Seattle Seahawks Stadium will be opening up as a mass vaccination site this weekend. People will be getting their shots at the Lumen Field Event Center, not out on the field. For now, they're planning to give out around 5,000 doses per day, but officials say at full capacity, they could open the site to 7 days a week and give out more than 20,000 doses per day. Today marks the one-year anniversary when COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. That means the virus became widespread across the globe. Many people left their offices before that happened, and some after, but it's been a year since coronavirus changed life as we know it, and social distancing entered our vocabulary. More than 29 million cases have been reported in the U.S., and more than 529,000 people have died. President Biden is preparing to give a speech marking 1 year of the pandemic later this evening. Veterans can receive free basic dental care for the 5th year in a row at Lifetime Dental Care's Thanks a Vet event in Richland on Saturday. From 8 a.m. to noon on March 13th, veterans in need can receive basic dental care for free. This includes cleanings, exams, fillings, and extractions. The office says they serve between 35 to 50 people per year at this event. And in 2020, they donated $25,000 worth of dentistry work. Dr. Michael Breyer served in the Navy himself, something that he says inspired him to give back to his community.
They are the best people ever to work on. They are happy to be here. They're thrilled that somebody's here to help them. One of my most rewarding days every single year.
Lifetime Dental Care is next to Walmart on Queensgate Drive in Richland. Appointments can be made by calling their office. That phone number and more details can be found on our website, yaktrynews.com.
Plenty of sunshine out there today. It is going to be a sparkler of a day. Let's take a look at the highs we can expect. We are going to be in the mid-50s for most of our cities, maybe even a 60 or 2 as we move into the evening hours. Right at the upper 50s for Tri-Cities, Hanford, Prosser, Hermiston even joining the club. As we look at along the Blue Mountain region, they are, as per usual, a little bit cooler, but still plenty of sunshine for all of our areas today, and that should last into tomorrow. So overnight tonight, we are going to be pretty cool again. So right now we're about at these temperatures. So when you're heading out the door, it is very chilly out there. So make sure you have a jacket on. As we look at the 7-day forecast, we are going to be in the mid to upper 50s. Don't forget to spring forward as we get into Saturday into Sunday. So just go ahead an hour. We're going to have more sunshine in the evening, less sunshine in the morning. Going to have more sunshine, though, than clouds for the next 7 days for Yakima. Overnight lows will get over that freezing hump Saturday night. Same story for the Tri-Cities, but we'll be in the lower 60s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as we head into our next work week, we do expect to see plenty of very, very nice temperatures. And again, more sunshine is on the way. So for your Thursday today, everybody, get ready for a slow warm-up. But as we get to the afternoon hours, we're going to be in the mid to upper 50s, maybe a lower 60 here or there.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Cap KVU local news is always on at yaktrinews.com.